Now, we've all heard about the dreaded rod knock. Now, rod knock, if you've never had the displeasure of hearing it in person, sounds like somebody threw a load of bricks on a rinse and spin cycle on high. Now, if you have heard it in person, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's a very expensive sound for a car to make. Now, you may have heard of rod knock, and you may have even heard it, but maybe if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. So, just for the just for anybody who doesn't know, there are a set of small hemispherical bearings that sit inside of this. This is the big end of the rod, and the engine is upside down. Valves are up there, and if you look down in there, you can kind of see the piston. Crankshaft goes around, rod connects the rod and the piston and the crank. You know the drill from there. Now, what happens is those bearings hold a very thin, carefully calculated film of oil between the bearing and the crank. And it stays lubricated and nice in theory. Now, if that oil runs out, or it becomes contaminated, or something gets into it, or it degrades, it can cause all of that to fail, and then you get metal on metal contact, which wears itself out very quickly. And that bearing can completely erode out, allowing there to be a little bit of play. Now, that doesn't, if you don't know how engines work, that doesn't look like a lot. That is a ton. This is almost guaranteed to hit the head when it goes to the top. And what rod knock is, that sound, that horrible, awful cacophony coming from the motor when you start it after running it without oil, is essentially the rod doing this as it goes up and down in the bore, smacking the crankshaft, wearing it out, and destroying the rod and the crankshaft. Now, this case, it's a twofer. We got 2 rods blown out, so that is always going to be an expensive job. This one is going to be well over $1,000. So check your oil. It's cheaper than an engine.